Now, when you think about the things that disrupt you or challenge you, that confront you, you need to compare trials or tests, or maybe under tests you could have a category of trials and a category of temptations. And really they're different. When you think about temptations, temptations are things that come from desires within us, or are initiated from without us, from a source like a demonic or satanic force. You know, those are temptations. But you think of trials. Trials are things that God allows, that He uses for a special purpose in our life. We are told over and over in Scripture that we are blessed when we undergo certain trials, because in the undergoing of those trials and trusting God through them, God will make us perfect and complete, lacking nothing. A temptation is something the devil uses to bring out the worst in you. A trial is something God will use to bring out the best in you. Temptations often seem logical, and trials often seem unreasonable. There's a difference between the two. There's a difference. Now, trials and tests, another thing that I've discovered about them, they are often tailor-made for our lives. Often tailor-made, no pun intended, but they are tailor-made for our lives. Abraham and Lot did not face the same tests. God never asked Lot to take one of his children and to go up to a mountain and to challenge Lot to go up there and be obedient to him. But He did Abraham. You know, Lot was failing 101. So why would he ever be challenged to do something that was at a high level of walking by faith? He had failed the challenge of the world around him. He had succumbed to that. So why would God ask him to do anything more? You may think, I've got a pretty easy life. I don't have things that challenge me very much. God doesn't put me in very stressful situations. Maybe the problem is you have failed entry-level Christianity by allowing the world to dominate you, and you compromise with it, so God really doesn't need to take you any higher because you're not ready to go there. You know, third grade would seem pretty easy after you've been there 10 years. And maybe you think that this Christian life doesn't demand much. Well, God can't trust you with much. But trials and tests should be something that we expect to happen in the life of a person who is following God.